The night levels are here. Plants vs. Zombies Nuzlock Part 2. We're just gonna jump right into it. Definitely watch the first video if you haven't seen it before watching this one. Link will be in either the top left or the top right. We'll see. I don't actually know. You'll see it on your screen. This was hard. This was actually really difficult, but I guess you'll have to see if we end up doing it and the strategies that we use. But yeah, let's just jump right into it. Let's go. Night 1 was already ridiculous. This challenge is so hard. So again, we tried with just one sunflower total. It's not like a rule as opposed to like all the other rules from last time, but you know, I said it that I was gonna try to do it, and I really did try. This level is so hard to do with just one sun producer. Eventually we got it out, but we lost one of our 3 goats. Say goodbye to the walnut. Gone, but never forgotten. Gave up his life valiantly. It was a challenge because while, yes, the puff shroom is 0 and we get to place 1 in every lane, and it can on its own kill a brown coat without taking damage sometimes it does take damage. I really don't know why that is. It's kind of annoying, but you know, against cone heads or the granny zombie, it's just got no chance. And we couldn't produce enough sun to get pea shooters down, so we had to walnut, and that was the end of our boy and the goat, the walnut. Just losing one of our best plants on night 1 was just the worst omen ever, and I honestly didn't think it was gonna get better. Night 2 did not get any better. The addition of the sun shroom is a great addition. That means that instead of 1 sun producer, we have 2 sun producers, which means we get 2 things that give us sun on the board, which is great. However, we just can't deal with bucket heads. We really only have 1 thing to do with a bucket head, and that's Chomper. And if Chomper wasn't there, then it just would have been over. But back-to-back levels, we lose goat number 2. The Chomper valiantly saves us from ruin on the final wave, but he just can't live through it. We're on our puff shroom, which is good, but just, man, back-to-back levels, losing back-to-back plants. It has just been like, and each of these things have taken me like an hour to 2 hours to get to, because oh my god, you have to find so many different things. You gotta get some good RNG on the gravestones. It took forever, but we got it done. Moving on swiftly, because if this is possible, the next one's gotta be, right? Night number 3, all things considered, is actually pretty easy compared to the last 2. Fume Shroom is so good for this challenge because he has so much pierce, which means he can hit enemies behind them, which means no brown coats are going to be blocking those stronger zombies. We're still going to hit them, as well as if the stronger zombies are blocking those weaker zombies, the Fume Shroom will hit them and they'll die. We managed to get through this one on our first try without losing a single plant, and I was feeling on the up and up again. And yeah, I mean, we do unlock perhaps the worst thing we could have unlocked this level, which is Gravebuster, which I'll get into more next level. And yeah, this was by far the hardest level, and it took me by far the most amount of time. So, Gravebuster is kind of useless to get because we can only use him once, and we don't want to use him unless we don't have to. So we just kind of gotta tough it out because we might need him later on. And there are just so many cone heads, screen doors, and 2 of the freaking pole vaulters, and Puff Shroom can't deal with any of those. Fume Shroom and Puff Shroom together can't deal with a cone head. So we really were just like kind of stuck. What we ended up having to do was get a full row of pea shooters, full row of puff shrooms, a full roll of fume shrooms, and that could deal with most things. Except for that bottom lane, which there were just too many things on there. There was so many zombies. I think there were like 3 buckets, plus a screen door zombie, plus like 3 brown coats. And there just wasn't enough DPS down there, so we had to put the ISP and just pray that the ISP didn't get destroyed. And while he took a lot of damage, he did not die, giving us our 2nd straight win without losing a plant, and getting the almanac, which isn't that great. You know, I mean, we can look at it, but you know, it's under plant. But it does help us in the fact that the next level is a challenge level, which means that we get a much needed break. 2-5 is a challenge level. You actually do get 3 plans, but I didn't use a single one of them, just because like they're all plans that we weren't allowed to use. So yeah, it's actually super quick. I want to take this time to talk a little bit about the future of the channel, because we are going to try to post more often. We could do more Plants vs. Zombies challenges in the future. If people want to see them, just let me know. In fact, if you have any challenge you want me to do, just let me know. But I'm going to try to branch out. After this series is done, I have another idea for a video that's not at all related to Plants vs. Zombies, so I'll probably be releasing that one. And yeah, these have just been a lot of fun making, and I hope you enjoy them. But let's keep it going, because we got like 5 more levels to go. We're only halfway done. At the end of this level, we did unlock the Hypno Shroom. It will be incredibly useful for the one time we are allowed to use it. 2-6, I just couldn't get to work with only 1 sunflower and 1 sunshroom. So we went back to a full row of each, and the play was actually super tough even with that, because the all-star zombie is ridiculous. And this is a pretty fast level. There's only 1 wave, but they sent 2 all-stars. And the Hypno Shroom takes out the first one because we didn't have a defense set. So we just lost our plant immediately after getting it. And that leaves us with just 1 more all-star that comes at the final wave. But here's the problem. He could spawn in literally anywhere in the final wave. And there are a lot of gravestones. So we have to use Gravebuster to get rid of closest gravestone, which is in the 2nd to bottom lane. And luckily, that's where the all-star spawns in. So we quickly place this repeater, because this is getting his like first use ever. So lucky him. And with the repeater, the snow pea, and a puff shroom, we're able to take him out. But we lose the puff shroom. We lose our 0 cost, which means we lost 3 separate of our guys to beat this level. And I'm not gonna lie, after we beat this, which I didn't even think was possible, it took me like 3 hours of trial and error to beat this level. I genuinely thought there was not gonna be another level possible without the puff shroom to stall. But from the ashes, we do get the greatest gift to us for the night levels, Scaredy Shroom, which I'll get into on the next level. Now, Scaredy Shroom is great because it has infinite range. You can see the whole map, and it can take down a brown coat and a conehead on its own, which means it's one of the best troops for 25 sun. It's like a godsend. This level, not a godsend. So, if you've been watching the thing, you'll probably been noticing the tiny bit of cheese strats that I've had to start doing, where we're planting 1 full lane of sunshrooms and 1 full lane of sunflowers, and then we're deleting them as we get back to place our defenses. And the reason why I'm saying that that's okay is because they haven't been taking any damage. If something takes damage, we're obviously not going to dig it up. And so it's a little bit of a cheese, but I think it's alright. But yeah, tragically, we lose another one, and this time it's a very important one. We lose the fume shroom, and that is just a big blow because we still have to deal with screen door zombies. And so now we gotta figure out how to do that without one of our best and really only ways to deal with them. But yeah, so we've just been losing all of our best plans left and right. Now, luckily, 2-8 doesn't actually have any screen door zombies, so we don't have to worry about that. But what we do have to worry about is the new disco zombie and the fact that this is a super quick level. So we ran the Scaredy Shroom strat once again, put a pea shooter down to deal with, you know, the disco zombie to make sure that he died as quickly as possible. And then we just tried to gain as much sun production as possible. However, the final wave came, and I didn't think we had enough time to survive. I thought we might lose a pea shooter, which would not have been a good thing. So we had to sacrifice our newest plant immediately, which kind of sucks. But you know, that's the thing with these like single-use plants. Ice Shroom is great, but we can only use him once. And so he's gonna get used in like the very next level, because that's when he's best. And yeah, I mean, we unlocked Doom Shroom, but that's like all of our plants from nighttime just gone, and that is not a good sign leading into the hardest and the final level of night for this challenge, night 9. Well, this is super anticlimactic. Night 9 is actually like one of the easier levels at night. We beat it on like my first try. And it's just because it's so slow, so you get so much time. We put down full rows of repeaters and had time to get more snow peas, and like that was just, so on the final wave, I will say, a whole lot of zombies. So we had to, you know, pop a little bit of a Doom Shroom the second we got him, which again really does suck that we keep getting these characters and losing them instantly. But we gotta win. Of course, taunting me, now knowing that he has no fume shroom to deal with, a single screen door zombie survived just to taunt me. But yeah, night 9, super anticlimactic, but we beat it pretty simply, and I am not gonna complain about that. 2-10, aka night 10, is a conveyor belt level, which doesn't count for a challenge. It's not possible to do with the plants we have left. Literally the only one that's usable is Scaredy Shroom, and it just wasn't gonna work. But that concludes the night levels of this challenge. Next is the backyard, which I actually don't even know if it's possible at the time of this. I haven't started. I've been a little too not wanting to try, so kind of buns, but we're gonna get it done with. I'm gonna get it done with. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I'm getting back into it. I talked a little bit about it, but we're gonna finish off the nuzlock challenge, and I think I got a different video. It's not done yet. It hasn't been started yet. It's just an idea so far. Wanted to lock in and do the full nuzlock challenge to make sure we got it fully out without splitting my efforts up. But yeah, if you got any ideas, any more challenges, let me know. We're gonna try day mode. But yeah, that's probably gonna do it. I hope you guys enjoy it. Stay tuned for the next one. It'll be out in about a week or so, depending on how long it takes me to finish and edit. But thank you for watching. It was a lot of fun. It means a lot.